Picture the healthiest meal you've eaten this month. A salad maybe? Now imagine it had more calories than a cheeseburger and fries. Even worse, your brain still convinced you that you'd made the healthier choice. I'm Dr. Jon Go, I'm an ophthalmologist here in LA, and I've lost 75 pounds and kept it off. And here are the 4 ways your eyes and your brain fool you into underestimating calories. Point number 1, the health halo trap. The first one fools even careful eaters, and it's the health halo. In a 2007 study by Pierre Chandon and Brian Wansing, people estimated the calories in a healthy fast food meal much lower than the same meal from a less healthy looking restaurant. And they were also more likely to choose higher calorie sides, drinks, and desserts. A separate organic label study found the same basic pattern. When food sounds healthier, people tend to assume it has fewer calories than it actually does. So pay less attention to the marketing label and instead ask yourself, is this food naturally low in calories, or does it just have a healthy sounding word on the package? Read the actual nutritional label, not just the front of the box. Now, the health halo is about the labels tricking your brain, but even without any label at all, just walking into a restaurant sets you up to underestimate calories. Point number 2. Restaurant portion inflation. The second one hits hardest when you're eating out, because restaurant portions have grown a lot over the decades. Lisa Young and Marion Nessel documented how fast food and restaurant portions have expanded over time, with many items far larger than the standard servings and some single menu items topping 1,000 calories. Just look at crumble cookies. A single cookie can run anywhere from 600 to 1,000 calories, more than a Big Mac, all from something that looks like a normal dessert. In a separate study in the BMJ, people eating fast food meals underestimated the calories by a couple hundred calories on average, especially when the meal was larger. So instead of trusting how the plate looks, compare the calorie number to an actual serving size. A restaurant entree might look like 1 portion, but nutritionally it may be closer to 2 or more. That one habit makes your calorie estimates a lot more honest on the nights you eat out. But what happens when a healthy item and an unhealthy one share the same plate? That's when things get more interesting. Point number 3, the combo plate trap. The third one is less obvious, but it's worth watching out for every time you eat out. When a plate combines a low-calorie item and a high-calorie item, like salad with fries or vegetables with a burger, people tend to give the whole plate a pass because one component looks healthy. It's the same health halo mechanism from point 1. Estimating each item on the plate separately, then adding them up, tends to produce a more accurate total than eyeballing the whole plate as one number. And the smaller the breakdown, the more accurate the estimate usually gets. So guessing the bun, the patty, the cheese individually, then adding them together usually lands closer to the real number than guessing one burger as a whole. A healthy side on the plate doesn't offset the fries, the mayo dressing, or the bun. So points 1 to 3 are the more obvious traps, but the bigger issue is what happens when you try to eyeball foods that are dense enough to hide a lot of calories in little volume. Point number 4. Dense foods are easy to underestimate. So here's a simple way to picture it. A quarter cup is about the size of a golf ball. A full cup is about the size of a tennis ball. 3 ounces of meat is about the size of a deck of cards. But most people don't build their plates around references like that, which is exactly where the estimation gap starts. In a classic New England Journal of Medicine study, researcher Stephen Lichtman and colleagues studied a small group of people with obesity who had a history of failing to lose weight despite reporting very low calorie intake. That group underreported their actual food intake by an average of 47% and overreported their physical activity by about 51%. Their metabolisms were normal, but their estimations were not. And the densest foods, oils, nut butter, cereals, rice, are exactly where the gap tends to be the largest, because dense foods pack the most calories in the smallest visual space. Weighing food, even briefly, is one of the fastest ways to recalibrate that gap. It doesn't need to be permanent. Weighing just 5 of your densest items in a diet for a couple weeks is usually enough to reset how accurately someone eyeballs everything going forward. So here's what to do. Ignore the health claims on the packaging and read the actual nutritional panel. Compare the calories of an actual restaurant entree against a standard serving size, not just how full the plate looks. Calculate the calories of each component on your plate separately, then add them up instead of averaging the whole plate towards the healthy item, and weigh your 5 densest foods for 2 weeks with the cheap kitchen scale. 4 mechanisms, 1 root cause. Your brain wasn't built to count calories by sight. That doesn't mean you're broken, and it doesn't mean your metabolism is slow. It just means that you've been measuring with a broken ruler. And if you want the full breakdown on how I structure a modest calorie deficit, check out this video next.